Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a local man involved in the January 6th riots receives his trial date. The sentences other rioters received and what we could expect in his future. Plus, Senator Joe Manchin is not ready to build back better, what this means for the fate of the president's bill. And as Kentucky families continue regaining what they lost after tornadoes destroyed the Midwest, a local organization is giving back this Christmas to those who lost everything. We could use some positive news tonight. Excited for that story. And we're excited to have you here with us on this Sunday evening. I'm McKinley Struther. The trial for two former Rocky Mount police officers charged in the January 6th U.S. Capitol riot has been scheduled. Thomas Robertson and Jacob Fracker's trial will start April 4th in our nation's capital. As we reported, both Fracker and Robertson posed for this photograph inside the Capitol during that riot and later posted about it on social media. They also both pleaded not guilty in February to charges including obstruction of an official proceeding and disorderly and disruptive conduct in a restricted building. A Florida man who took part in that riot as well was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison on Friday. According to his plea agreement, Robert Palmer here sprayed a fire extinguisher at a line of police and threw that empty canister at them not once but twice. Palmer's sentence is the longest given to a Capitol rioter so far. We have an update tonight on the large QVC fire at a factory in North Carolina. Late this afternoon, the local sheriff there says a body was found and family says a 21-year-old man is now missing. His name is Kevon Ricks. His family says he worked the overnight shift when that fire began, and they've not been able to hear from him since. That was at about 1 a.m. local time. They talked with local media. The fire destroyed 75% of the building. There is still no word on what caused that fire tonight. State officials say they hope to determine the cause by sometime tomorrow. The holiday season might not be so good for President Joe Biden's political plans. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin says he will not support the president's Build Back Better plan. John Lawrence tonight tells us why the president's own party may lead to the building down of this bill.
President Biden's Build Back Better bill is dealt a battering blow.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do.
The nearly $2 trillion package needs full support from the Democratic Party to get through the Senate. And Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia remains a holdout, saying he has concerns about various provisions in the legislation which passed through the House of Representatives last month.
They're just trying to make the adjustment for the time to fit the money or the money to fit the time, not changing our approach, not targeting things we should be doing.
The president's bill, which was trimmed over the past few months, would boost the nation's deficit by $367 billion over the next decade.
This Build Back Better bill, I think, is an absolute disaster. They don't even know how they're going to implement the infrastructure bill.
Supporters of the bill are upset with Manchin's lack of support.
If he doesn't have the courage to do the right thing for the working families of West Virginia and America, let him vote no in front of the whole world.
All I want for Christmas is a senator that has compassion for the American people and not contempt.
John Lawrence, 10 News, working for you.
Despite the rise in new COVID-19 cases, air travelers do not appear to be scaling back their holiday plans. TSA reported screening more than 2 million passengers for the third straight day today. Those numbers are nearly double what they were at the same time last year. Experts say fully vaccinated individuals should feel comfortable traveling, but they do advise against any holiday gatherings with people whose vaccination status remains unknown. Let's check our forecast here at home. Winter kicking off this Tuesday, but in some places it already feels like it. Meteorologist Delaney Warden joins us now. If you're traveling this week, hopefully the weather is
not
decent.
too bad. And in fact, we are going to be a little bit more seasonal as we head throughout the next few days. Not only that, but much colder at night. In fact, over in Blacksburg, already down to 34 degrees. Feels more like 27 when you factor in that wind coming in from the northwest between about 5 and 10 miles per hour, gusting slightly stronger at times. But this is significantly colder than we were this time yesterday when many of us were still stuck in the 50s. You take a look at our wide view and we are seeing that we have several 30s going on and some lower 40s in areas like Covington, Smith Mountain Lake, and even Martinsville, right at that freezing mark in Hillsville, Wytheville, but Lewisburg, you are now below that, sitting at 30 degrees. Your hourly planner keeps our temperatures dropping pretty quickly here over the next few hours, especially now that we have those clear skies returning to our region. We'll have more sunshine in the forecast here over the next few days. More details are coming up in your full forecast. McKinley.
Looking forward to that sunshine and that full forecast. Thank you, Delaney. Devastation swept through western Kentucky after tornadoes destroyed towns more than a week ago. But our 10 News reporter Alexis Davila tonight tells us how a local group in Lynchburg is getting ready to deliver Christmas joy to the families who are still picking up the pieces of their lives.
The images of destroyed homes in Kentucky are embedded in people's minds and are breaking hearts. That's why a Lynchburg group is stepping up to assure Christmas is not forgotten. Robin Robinson says One Community, One Voice is collecting toys for Kentucky children to deliver them hope.
And they have lost everything, and maybe Christmas Eve isn't even on their mind. They're just worrying about, where they're going to sleep tonight, or clothes they're going to put on, or, the next day. And so we want the children to know the joy of Christmas, and for the parents also not to worry about their children and whether or not they can provide a Christmas for them.
Hey, here you go. God bless you.
Oh, nice. As community members stop outside a Walmart to donate puzzles, dolls, and games.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Dr. James Camp says he is ready to put on his Santa hat and personally place a toy in each child's hand.
We could have shipped it, but it's nothing like being presented there and giving it in the spirit of Christmas and showing them that we not only send love, we bring it.
Outside of Ollie's, 12 and 10-year-old Hayden and Holden embody the spirit of elves and stack the van up with donations. A moment Pastor Matthew Lasky admires as he watches his sons act out of selflessness.
The world is bigger than just the small things like Fortnite and other things that they do, that there's a bigger world out there, and that there's people that need a little bit of help sometimes, and heck, they might need it sometime in their life as well.
The organizers plan to deliver truckloads of toys to children in the heart of Mayfield on Wednesday. Any monetary donations made online will be used to buy more toys in Kentucky to assure every child gets a gift. In Lynchburg, Alexis Davila, 10 News. Working for you.
Procter & Gamble is issuing a voluntary recall of more than 30 aerosol spray products, including dry shampoo and dry conditioner. This is all due to concerns about the levels of a chemical. It's called benzene. It's known to cause cancer. Products from the brands Pantene, Aussie, and Herbal Essence are included in this recall. The company says they're issuing this recall out of an abundance of caution. Back in August, a fire destroyed over 221,000 acres of land in California, forcing residents to flee their homes. Just in time for the holidays, they get to return. What's left? Their warmly homecoming is next. We'll leave you right now with a live look from our Martinsville Skycam. Full check of your forecast just after this break. Quotes are being sent from across the nation to a shop in Placerville as gifts for survivors of the Calder fire. It was in mid-August that a wildfire burned over 221,000 acres of land in California for over a month. Many were forced to leave their homes and everything that they owned behind.
We've had a few quilts from great-grandparents and grandmas, and they all got lost in the fire. We didn't know for a couple days if our house made it or not, so just the not knowing. But yeah, we lost everything.
Well, now thousands of stitches later, these quilts are in the hands of those that need them the most. A gift of survival for a town that lost everything.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Much colder outside this evening than what we were yesterday by about 20 degrees or so. Getting a live look to our Skycam overlooking downtown Roanoke, and we are still seeing our Skycam shaking just a little bit because of the winds. Nothing too dramatic, but still enough to cause our temperatures to feel colder outside. So we are mostly in the 30s, but we're still holding on to lower 40s in Lynchburg, Roanoke, back towards Martinsville. You are down to that freezing mark over in Hillsville and 39 degrees currently in South Boston, but the wind is going to cause these temperatures to feel 5, maybe even 10 degrees colder than what the actual thermometer is showing. As we go throughout the next few hours, our temperatures are certainly going to be changing a lot faster even than what we saw yesterday because we have our clear skies returning to our region. So that's going to help us to cool down. By 11 p.m. we are already down into the mid-30s here in Roanoke, much colder again than we have been. We started the day off today in the 40s and 50s. By tomorrow morning, we're heading out the door to the 20s. 20 46 back towards Bedford, along with Danville, heading towards Floyd, getting very close to the teens there at 21 degrees and 26 here in Roanoke. As we go throughout the day tomorrow, things are definitely improving for us. We are going to see sunshine throughout a majority of the day. Temperatures, though, are going to be chillier, and the reason for that is because of our cold front yesterday. That's really going to affect our temperatures heading into tomorrow, so really only looking at temperatures in the 40s as we head into the afternoon, which is fairly close to where we should be for this time of year. Our average high is 49 here in Roanoke, 46 degrees. That's the case for Lynchburg as well as for Floyd, 42 and 43 over in Blacksburg. Now, our high pressure system is what is going to continue to keep that sunshine around as we head throughout the day tomorrow. But as that pushes off towards the north and northeast, we are going to be tracking a system to our south. Now, this is looking to stay out of our area, but we may see some of those outer bands of clouds moving into our area for Tuesday. Again, nothing too impactful, but still a little bit more cloud cover on Tuesday. Then we head towards Christmas. Of course, Christmas Day is Saturday, and we are looking at very warm temperatures. We had a white Christmas last year, and this year we are looking at possibly the top 10 warmest Christmases on record for us. The record temperature is actually 68 degrees, so hard to believe quite the difference from last year. Now, your 3-day zone forecast, we are cooler tomorrow, but we're going to be warming back up from there. Again, that high pressure system is still going to allow us to warm up. Winter officially begins on Tuesday. You'll hit a high of 50 for the Lynchburg area. And then we have another cold front moving through on Wednesday. That's going to drop those temperatures briefly, but nothing too extreme because, again, by Christmas Day, 64 for a high.
Can't be mad at that.
No, you can't.
No, I mean, the only other thing that we would prefer, some people, a white Christmas. We did get that last year.
Yeah, so now we're just going in the very opposite direction.
Yeah, now it's like a Miami Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We're already working on 10 News at 11. We'll hear from NBC's Noah Pransky as they discuss gerrymandering, the act of manipulating district lines for a political party's favor, and how it prevents democracy from thriving.
Meantime, the Virginia Tech women wade into ACC play down in Tallahassee, and we'll hear from the victorious Flames on what made their third straight bowl win extra special next in sports.
Ahead for us, why those at-home COVID tests are so hard to find, plus the new virus fears as holiday travel hits a new high, and our exclusive look at the U.S. military's system to protect troops from drone attacks. All that ahead on Nightly News.
The NBA, meantime, postponing 3 games Sunday because of COVID issues. 2 more postponements coming tomorrow. The NHL has suspended games that include cross-border travel. And this reminder, in case you missed it, the Virginia Tech starting and backup quarterbacks are entering the portal.
Santa brought a little holiday cheer to some kids in Alaska. We had an Alaska kicker yesterday, too.
Yeah, we did.
How our friends in Alaska are doing.
Okay.
They're having a lot of fun, apparently. They went ice fishing inside fishing huts where they could stay nice and warm while Santa came along for pictures. The Fallen Outdoors organization hosted the event, and their goal is to end suicide among the military community by providing therapeutic outdoor activities. So I've always wanted to go ice fishing.
I would do that.
I totally would do that.
That sounds awesome.
But my worry is it... Yeah, so?
If I'm fishing, it better be like 75 degrees on a lake somewhere, not ice on a lake. That's a different issue.
I don't know. I think that I would do it. But, you know, I've never even been skiing, so I probably should do that first.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not good at ice skating, so I should figure that out, too.
That's true.
All right, well, Lancelot's over there, and they're running specials. Get over there and give it a shot.
Okay.
Those are good friends of ours.
Let me write that down. Let's get a quick check of the forecast.
Yeah, temperatures for this evening much colder than yesterday. We're into the upper 30s by 8 p.m. By tomorrow morning, waking up to lows in the 20s. Over the next few days, we will be in the 40s and 50s. Winter officially kicking off on Tuesday, and then for Christmas, I almost said Thanksgiving. For Christmas.
It was just Thanksgiving.
It was just Thanksgiving. We are in the mid-60s. That is so hard to believe. Our average, again, 49 degrees is where we should be.
Wow. Well, yeah. I'll take 64 with no complaint. That does it for us at 6. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here.